a double header here. South Africa under 24 women playing against Great Britain, and now South Africa playing against Great Britain under 19 division, game 43. So we've had 43 games going in this highly contested tournament in Sheffield. South Africa playing against GB. South Africa black against GB white. South Africa number 1 Amy, 3 Luria, the captain 4 Angela, number 6 Shantae, the vice captain 7 Abigail, 9 Zoe, 10 Gemina, 13 Jenna, 14 Bronwyn. Would you like to read your team out?
Yeah, we've got number 2 Megan Callaghan sitting out, and number 3 Ella Tomlinson, number 4 captain Rachel Davis, number 5 Abigail Hibbard, number 6 Tegan Alexander, number 7 Chloe Edwards vice captain, number 8 Victoria Crawford, number 9 Abby Calvert, number 10 Jasmine Liddard, who's sitting out this match, number 11 Rosie Winter, number 12 Rosie's twin Pearl Winter, and number 13 Daisy Wright.
Okay, thanks.
So the way you can avoid that, you project so nice and
Good, thank you, sir. Thanks. Your name?
Lorna.
Lorna.
Yeah.
And she played in this team in Hobart.
Yeah, like
So you know.
this team is about 75% of the team that I captain in Hobart,
Oh,
so
wonderful.
I might get a bit emotional. I cried when they won against France this morning.
It's nice that you announced that to the world, Lorna. You just
So
announced that to everybody.
with me in the
Here we
commentating
go.
box is Laura, also under 19 GB player, a lot of experience. Good to have experienced player next to you in the commentating box as we have the start of this game, game 43 in quarter A.
So we've got GB getting a drive up into the centre channel, into the goal, a drive by the... Oh, I need to direct it, don't I?
Okay, in South Africa, are they...
South Africa clearing it to the corner.
yeah, well done GB. From the start of the second half, GB hard on the attack into the corner of South Africa.
There's a call
South
by the
African
refs.
ladies.
It's
very
advantage to
young
GB.
So how many of these players were in Hobart?
Oh God.
We
I'll
have-
just count while you comment.
South African side is a brand new South African side. Not one of these players have been to a Worlds before. With them big hearts, playing their hearts out every match. As we see South Africa defending well here. GB not be able to capitalise on that puck lying in front of the goal face. Beautiful defending here from South Africa. Infringement call against GB. Against early break
Against South Africa.
against South Africa. Advantage for GB. Not a good place to have an early break.
It's a good drive from GB early on in the game.
Definitely, as the puck gets positioned rightfully in the centre of the court for the early break infringement by South Africa. GB going down, one of the girls waiting there, as you can see in the goal area. If they can get the puck to that lady there, it'll for surely be a goal. South Africa won't take that. Beautiful defence here by the South African
Amazing
players.
defence from
Hard
Vicky
swim here by
Crawford.
number 13 for South Africa.
They're driving it to the corner of the goal, but South Africa clearing it to the corner, and thought that was cool, but it's not.
Oh yeah.
And it's in
Yeah,
the
no,
goal.
unfortunately for South Africa,
Let's see what the refs say,
that's
and the
a
refs
goal.
agree it's a goal.
South Africa doing very well there. Number 13, Jana, swimming the puck out of the goal area, but no support. And GB coming back, swimming straight into the goal area and scoring a goal by the number 8. Lovely play, Victoria. Right, a lot of support here in the pavilion. Looking out of the commentator box, a lot of GB supporters in the spectators area. That always helps when you're playing in your home team, home ground advantage.
Especially when you've been training this pool for the last, how many, like a year at least,
Okay.
as a team. And then you've got, I know Rosie Winter and Pearl Winter are twins and they play together at Southsea, so they know each other very well. And then Vicky Crawford and Chloe Edwards playing together at Pembroke.
Yeah.
Sensational backline. You saw it in the French game earlier.
You can see the difference between under 24 and under 19 league here as
There's Rachel Davis, the
Yeah.
captain, taking it, looking for the position, and she's got support from her players. but South Africa just managing to clear it.
So Africa,
Daisy finding the space.
good play here by the GB girls again, working it up on the side of the pool and then swimming straight to the goal area.
It's cool. And it's against South Africa. Another advantage puck for GB on the South African goal.
A lot of pressure on our girls here. South Africa only bringing 9 ladies to this tournament.
Yeah.
So a lot of pressure if you just have 3 subs, but they're playing their hearts out and trying to minimize the damage as infringement call against South Africa with 10 minutes to go in the first half. Well done, South Africa, absorbing the pressure, not allowing the GB girls just to swim through them. Good play there from number 7. Abigail, come on Abigail, pass it to the inside to number 3, Lurie van der Walt, the captain, staying down.
Rosie Winter
GB's
just
number
trying to
5.
pass it to Abby.
Well done, Abigail. And number 14 there from South Africa, Bronwyn turning. And they swim again. Beautiful play by your left. Who's that lefty of yours?
Number 4.
Number 4, yeah.
Yeah, that's Rachel Davis, our
Well
captain.
done, Rachel. I thought that was a for sure goal. Well saved there by South Africa.
We've
As
been on surface all the time.
infringement call again against South Africa with 5 minutes gone in the first half. GB up 1-0. South Africa hasn't been out of their half yet against GB. Stuck placed,
Rosie
ready to
Winter
go.
taking
Off
the
they
free
go.
puck again. Having a bit of a struggle with the free pucks, not managing to get it forward to their forwards. Not really what they want, but
No, we've had quite a few free pucks on the face of the South African goal area,
yeah,
in the danger area, and South Africa doing very well to keep it out the whole time. Lovely play here from GB, just keeping the puck on the stick. Oh,
good drive
that
from
should be a
GB.
goal. Lovely play once again from South Africa. Yeah, it's quite nerve-wracking because that thing is not even 30 centimeters out of the goal. What's happened here again?
Gloving against GB.
Oh, wonderful. Call against GB for infringement, stick infringement against GB.
GB
Well played
players
there.
just trying to sub. Imagine they didn't have much time to sub when they're up in the half of South Africa for a long time.
For GB, Megan is sitting out and Jasmine sitting out in this game.
Yeah.
And come on, South Africa, get out of your danger area. Hard swim here. GB allowing South Africa to come towards them. Waiting for the opportunity, and it's happened.
Right.
Oh. Beautiful. The South African ladies coming together as a team. A lot of these players, I think 6 of them in the team, play for the same province, South Africa, Gauteng. Infringement called against, unfortunately against
South Africa.
South Africa.
No, now it's against GB.
I'll probably play at advantage and advantage not.
And the refs are calling a timeout.
Yeah, timeout called. Thank you, refs. 1-0 down. South Africa doing very, very, very well with the attacks that they've had to defend from GB. Kevin Langston, the coach for South Africa, getting his players to get on the side. So Pam can talk to them. Pam, the on-deck chief coach, head coach of the South African under-19 and under-24 teams. Well, outside the weather is still overcast, still raining. No effect on the pool inside. As we said, this is a fantastic facility. Have you played here before?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually tried for Sheffield but didn't make it, but it's amazing. Like, the teams that have got on and the teams that are here are just sensational. I really just love all of them.
It's an absolute privilege to be here in Ponds Forge in Sheffield. Amazing
South
facilities that we have here. South Africa on the attack, unfortunately just can't capitalise on the advantage puck, but doing very well saved there by a South African player. As we see the GB
Number
goals
12,
just
Pearl
waiting
Winter
for
just
it.
looking for that forward flick, and there's a call by the refs, and it's barging against GB.
Well, South Africa coming back very strongly in the last half of this first half, as we saw them defending for at least 5 minutes of the first 7 minutes of the first half. Well done, South Africa. That's number 1 for South Africa, doing very well there, not flicking it away, absorbing it. Number 1, Amy. Number 10 coming in from the behind, Gemma Miller. Well done, South Africa. And number 6, the vice captain, Shante, trying to stop
So
the wave
another
of
call
the
against
GB
GB.
girls. Again against GB.
Yeah.
Well done, South Africa. Not
South
very.
Africa looking to drive into the centre of the goal, trying to flick, but it goes
Oh.
straight to a GB stick.
Come on, South Africa, you're very close. Let's see if
There's
they
a
can
call.
capitalise. Looks like that puck went in.
Surely not. Now it's a advantage
Unfortunately.
for GB.
Oh, right, South Africa causing infringement on the goal face of GB. I didn't see the infringement. It could have only been gloving or stick infringement. And a breather for GB as they swim the puck out to the far side underneath the substitution box. South Africans.
Abby Calvert on the wall there, just looking to push it up the wall, but South Africa being really good at being in opposition on the wall.
Yeah,
Some strong players in this pool.
a young South African team playing their hearts out as a
Oh my
goodness.
god!
A lot of GB
The drive from
support. Yeah,
GB, but it's
intercepted by
locked
South
down from South
Africa.
Africa, and Daisy Wright picks it up, and there's a call by the refs. It's
Against
stick
South Africa.
infringement against South Africa.
GB's back in the half with 5 minutes to go on the centre of the pool area, 6 metres out. Come on, South Africa, with 5 minutes to go. Let's not concede a goal here. And off they go, your left-handed player taking that kick-off at start of the advantage puck.
Yeah.
Again, she's still down. Good play by both teams here as we get the strong GB player trying to work it up on the side of the pool, getting it in
Trying to
against
work
the
along
rear
the
wall
back
there of
court.
South Africa. Puck coming out for South Africa. Fortunately, infringement against GB.
Gloving.
Well done, South Africa, for keeping this wave out of GB. And we're ready to go. Good play by both teams here. Some good hockey being played.
Go on, Paul.
Number 3 coming in. And we see
Daisy Wright
South
on the
Africa,
wall, just
beautiful play here by number 10.
almost like a brick.
Gemma Miller. Number 6, the vice captain, Shante. And it's been worked up on the side of the pool. Beautiful play by South Africa as they swim straight and hard and not flicking it away. Lovely. Another pickup by South Africa on the side of the wall here. Somebody coming in from the back. Unfortunately,
Good back
intercepted by
tackle
number
from
10.
Pearl Winter there, but there's a call by the refs.
Number 12, Pearl
Yes.
Winter, doing very well there for GB.
Dick infringement.
Unfortunately for GB, Pearl Winter having a stick infringement there. Are those two sisters, Pearl and Rosie?
Yeah, the twins.
Oh, wonderful twins. So we've
Yeah.
got a twin in the team.
Yeah.
Number 11, Rosie, and
Yeah.
Pearl, number 12. Come on, South Africa. As we see South Africa needing to score now with 3 minutes to go. It'll be very good for South Africa to score against GB here in the last 3 minutes of the first half. They haven't been here a lot. Picked up by GB.
Space. Swim.
No support there from GB. It comes in late, but comes in. Number 13, Daisy Wright.
Yeah.
South African player just intercepting that. Watch out for a flick away. Putting it on the GB stick.
Amazing drive from Tegan there.
Yeah, lovely play there by
But
GB.
unfortunately not the support that she
Number
wanted
13
from
again.
that drive.
Jana.
The flick out to Abby Calvert.
Yeah.
Abby Calvert's going to go for his drive up to the centre,
Strong
looking
swimmer
for that
that.
support. She's waiting for that support, which is amazing. Laying
Oh,
it
come on,
off
South Africa.
to Pearl Winter. Hopefully Daisy will be picking it up. But no, South Africa take it to the corner.
Yeah, GB will patiently wait. GB
Yeah.
would like to stay here as the puck goes out to the centre of the pool. Another strong swim by GB. Come on, South Africa, get your body down.
Tegan looking to move that into the centre of the goal to find those players, but it's not quite
Another
working.
good move here by Jana. Number 13 from South Africa. Having a good
Captain
game here.
Rachel with that flick, trying to get it.
Oh, she's too strong for South Africa. Goal scored, swam straight. Excellent body position.
Amazing. As the refs, that's a goal, another goal for Abby Calvert, who got 4 goals earlier today.
Yeah, now you can see that. One of the top
Absolute
players,
beast.
Abigail. What's her name? Is it Abby?
Abby Calvert.
Okay, number 5 for GB. Very strong swimmer. You've got to neutralise her. As you can't stop her, so you've got to make another plan. As she starts kicking, she goes straight forward. Well done, Abigail. Good to see good teen hockey. South Africa down 2-0 now. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't capitalise on the times they were in the goal area.
The
Infringement
ref
against.
saying, it's pointing at number 5 Abigail Hibbard, stick infringement,
With a warning.
warning her.
Okay. Right, so still 6 players against 6. We haven't had any players sitting on the side of the pool in this beautifully open contested game. Some good hockey to watch. Afterwards as well, for our youngsters back home, look at some good hockey here. Creating space by going backwards, beautiful. Watch out for that player coming through from
Come
the
on.
GB.
Another drive from Abby
Unfortunately
Calvert with the support from Ella Tomlinson.
Yeah, that's a giveaway goal here for South Africa.
Amazing.
Turning in the wrong area in
No
open
goal.
space.
It's no goal though.
No goal, thank you very much, refs. Saved by the ref. So we're 2-0 down. A good example of what not to do. Don't turn in open space. If you turn, just swim out of the turn, but don't keep on turning. Right, South Africa need to get out of this
Looking
area
to-
with 5 seconds to go. Swimming it straight to the side, holding it down. Well done, Captain Luria. A lot of experience there from our captain, just swimming it out for half time. Right, so that's half time. 2-0. GB playing good hockey, obviously with the home ground advantage. They would like to be in the finals of this tournament in Sheffield. South Africa will never take anything lying down with only 9 players. We're very proud of these young players from South Africa. With all the sponsors being shown on the board as well on your screen, making this tournament possible. Thank you very much to them.
Yep. I was noticing the under 24 match of South Africa. You know number 5 Roxanne?
Number 5?
Yeah, of under 24s. She played in Castlelon for GB.
Oh yes, yeah, that is.
Yeah.
What's her name again?
Roxanne.
Yeah, number 5,
yeah.
I'll tell you now. That's right, she's now in South Africa, she's studying there. Neurology or some other. Roxanne Cronier, yeah?
Yeah.
She's studying in Pretoria, she played for GB and Castellon in 2015. So is she a traitor?
Not so sure about that. I
No.
wouldn't want to put that on live feed.
No, Roxanne, we're very glad she's playing for us and not for you. Roxanne, I don't know if she's temporary in South Africa, but she's obviously got a dual citizenship and decided to play for South Africa, which we're very grateful for. Right, so the refs are also discussing dinner for tonight as they're having a break there. Hard work these refs do. At 7 o'clock in the morning here till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night. As you can see there, the one ref just stretching out, taking a breather. It's very hard work reffing. People don't realize it. You've got to be super fit to ref these games, especially if you start reffing under 24 men and 24 ladies games very fast. These ladies games are very nice to commentate as it's a flowing open game where the under 24 league is much more competitive. Refs taking up position with 40 seconds to go. Here in Sheffield, Court A, South Africa down 2-0. Defending very well And Kevin Langston can be proud of his team, and Pam on the pool deck here as chief coach. Well done, girls. Right, so Africa Black playing GB White for the second half of game 43 in Court A. With 10 seconds to go, let's see if we can get the kickoff and score early in the game. As long as we don't play an hour and a half, but that puts a lot of pressure on our players. A good start here by South Africa as our South African player.
It's good body position,
excellent.
get him to the puck with support, and then using that and managing to get a drive through the centre, clearly wanting to make GB nervous in the second half.
Good play by South Africa from the kickoff, winning the kickoff, and then not giving the puck away.
By Daisy Wright and Abby Calvert, coming back in with Rosie Winter, trying to make a drive, but comes up against 3 South Africans.
Beautiful play here by both teams, not allowing any space.
I need to remember to keep switching the screen.
Well, infringement against against South Africa, unfortunately, as we saw some lovely play here by both teams on the side of the wall. Our left-hand player from GB working up on the side and then bringing it in with a small little jinx, and then putting a GB player in very good position, attacking position, for them to
with
round it off, and they keep going. Good interception, lovely small little jinx again. Unfortunately,
Amazing
no
drive from
support there
Tegan.
for South Africa. Come on, girls. Not going to stop. Oh, we stopped that away from GB. And South Africa swimming in into the corner. Is that on the far side, far away from our substitution box?
Ooh.
Oh, GB just stealing it
Clean
with the
steal
left-handed
from
player
there.
there. Again, GB
It's
comes straight to
good
the goal
drive.
area. Good drive, and they should finish it off.
The refs agree that's a goal as well.
Well, all 3 refs are sure about it. Number 13. Who's your number 13 there? One of the right. Is it
Daisy Wright.
Oh, Shelly, Eleanor. Shelly.
That's the under 24 women's.
Oh,
So
24
Daisy
women.
Wright.
Wrong card there. For the number 13, Daisy Wright. Well done, Daisy. Finishing it off. But good support play by GB. And off we go. Let's see if we can have a good start again. We just need to capitalize on the starts we have. On the kickoffs again. South Africa win the kickoff.
South Africa
Good
looking
turn.
strong on the strikes.
Yeah, very much. Good play here by South Africa as they try and keep possession, try and create space. A good fast swim out to the far side of the pool. GB just allowing the players to come onto them, waiting for the opportunity to intercept. As we see a lot of substitutions taking place. Stick infringement against South Africa. 3-0 down. 11 minutes, 55 seconds left in this game 43. And South Africa would like to get moving and get going and start playing in GB's half. Good swim here.
It's a good drive up the wall.
Excellent drive as they try and wait for the right opportunity. As you see the GB women coming down from the back, waiting for the puck to come into the center area so they can just swim it into the 45, into the goal box. Come on, South Africa, get your bodies down.
It's a call by the ref.
Against GB.
Stick infringement.
Yeah, okay. We'll take that, ref. Thank you very much.
A little bit disappointed, but not
Yeah.
much I can do.
Right, so South Africa being 2-0 down, conceding a goal early in the second half, unfortunately, after they've won both kickoffs for the start of the second half and after conceding the goal. They both won the strike, as they call it here in Sheffield. And South Africa, they still keep going, still got possession. Keep going, girls. Infringement called against South Africa. Gloving, unfortunately, just as we started the wave going. Infringement against South Africa, right underneath our substitution box on the 2 meter line, and GB coming straight towards South Africa's defenders, not flicking it away. Another hard swim here by GB. South Africa, fortunately for them, they could get the puck onto the stick and swim it to the corner. Infringement against GB, looked like Loving. Well, 10 minutes left. It feels like the game has just started, but we've already had 20 minutes of total play with a 3-minute half, plus the 2-minute timeouts called by each, 1 minute by each team. That's 25 minutes gone. Doesn't feel like it. Thank you for the good coverage here and the quality of the water, making it possible to see some good hockey. Clearly indicated by the ref here, stick infringement by one of the South African players.
There's a warning
Probably
to number 10.
Yeah, and it's a warning, individual warning, team warning.
To number 10.
Number 10, individual warning against Gemma Miller. Stick infringement. Let's see if South Africa can keep this wave out again. Good play by South Africa. Hard swim from the side of the, from the rear of the pool. Stick infringement against GB. Good defensive play here by South Africa against a very strong attack of the GB team. Right, refs on position, puck is placed down. Let's give you coverage from the bottom. South Africa are prepared to swim it, turn. Watch out in the front of your goal phase. Oh, lucky for South Africa, they got away with that one. Beautiful play here by South Africa's number 1 coming into the right position.
That
or support, number 10 right there, number 1, Amy, well done. Number 10, Gemma again.
Amazing.
Number 7.
How Rachel can do that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just,
that left-hand player of
I need to learn that. I need to watch her do that because
a
I
lot
need
of-
to learn.
yeah, no, if you had more of them, the score would have been much bigger.
Yeah.
Beautiful pass then to the inside. Watch out. Look above. Good. Come on, South Africa. South Africa players staying down, waiting for the right opportunity. Come on, support play. We needed some support
Broken
there.
down by
Number 4.
Rachel again.
Yeah,
The
Rachel.
captain. And then backing up with the vice captain, Chloe Edwards.
And sometimes you know, in some games, some players are just all over.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a centre forward, you're basically not allowed to breathe. And she is. So
Well, South Africa doing very, very well. What happened there? GB allowing South Africa to create space. Oh, come on, South Africa, lovely. Watch out for top now. Look behind you. We've got support. Just look out for your support players coming in. And South Africa need to swim. With 3-meter pool, South Africa should score here. Yes.
Oh,
Well done, South Africa. Being a 3-meter pool, you can't save a goal. If you're up on top, it takes you quite a second or milliseconds just too late by GB. Good goal here by South Africa. By Zono Nodia, number 9. Well done, Benny, on your daughter scoring a goal here. And Mrs. Nodia, well done. Excellent play by South Africa. That will be very good for the South African team, for their motivation, showing that you can score against a well-oiled GB machine. And off we go again. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left. I'm all excited and grateful for that goal. Thank you.
I'm
team.
not.
Number 7 coming through. It's very good for the moral of this young South African under 19 team. Like I said, nobody's been to Worlds before, making us very proud. GB coming in with some fresh legs here. I see a new player there with those yellow-orange fins. And GB swimming hard again into the goal area, unfortunately flicking it forward. Stoppage of play called due to infringement. Very hard swim here by the GB girls, and unfortunately for them, flicking it away. Infringement against GB, allowing South Africa a breather with 5 minutes 40 seconds to go. Lots of play here with number 1 Amy getting into position.
Oh my. That's a good tackle.
Yeah, it was. getting herself into a position to
Not the
intercept that.
support that you'd want, though.
Number 4, yeah, Angela Moss, doing very well for South Africa. Watch out, Angela, if you turn too much. Good play from GB, number 11. No support there for GB, allowing South Africa to capitalise on that. And then your lefty again. Off she goes. Open the at the right time. She just waits for a player to swim another 45. We're giving them too much time to swim.
Good enabler.
Yeah, lovely play.
Amazing drive yet again.
South Africa. Good
South
defence
Africa
there.
good with the numbers, though, down on the bottom.
Excellent play here by South Africa, defending a good attack from GB. Look at the GB goal staying down, the lefty coming in. Should be a goal. Yeah. Nobody there to defend, unfortunately.
It's another goal for Rachel Davis.
Rachel, she's the lefty.
She's the captain, yeah, the lefty.
Whew. Luckily, we've only got one Rachel Davis in this team. Otherwise, we would have had some problems. Is this a team timeout called for Black? Yeah, team timeout called. 4-1 down with 4 minutes to go. Come on, Kevin. Where's that small bottle of miracle water?
What?
It's a miracle water. The magic potion. Righto, South Africa playing their hearts out. We've seen some excellent play from both teams.
Definitely, definitely.
Some good refereeing, allowing a lot of advantage play. That's what we want to keep the game flowing. For this game, we have Jasmine and Megan sitting out. Unfortunately, that's how it is. You can only allow 10 players in the water, 6 playing 4 in the substitution box. So Megan and Jasmine sitting out at this time. Always difficult for the coaches to decide who sits out. South Africa only 9 players, so for them, they know they're playing every match and they know they need to play their hearts out. And let's see if South Africa will get this kick-off again. Again, South Africa get the kick-off. Either the GB girls are allowing it, or we've just got a very fast swimmers to take the strike, as you call it.
Yeah.
I think they're allowing it. If you see what they do, they're just absorbing it and swimming straight back onto South Africa. South Africa taking the kick-off, but can't capitalise on it.
It's the back line that's just really good for this team. And then you have Rachel Davis, who enables this, moving a puck around and sending it to the wing forwards.
Being left-handed is an advantage, and then having the playing skills of Rachel is even a bigger advantage. She's very strong. She's probably a swimmer as well.
I think so.
I think she is. As you can see, she's a hard swimmer. Very good player that GB's got here for the future of underwater hockey and GB. I wonder if she does want to come and study in South Africa.
Absolutely not.
Not? You sure?
You are not taking her. I'm keeping her. Thank you very much.
We've got very good quality meat in South Africa for Rachel. And 18 Rand 50 for a pound. Good exchange rate for her. Right, with 2 minutes, 48 seconds to go. GB on the attack again, 4-1 down. South Africa would like to play in the GB half and finish it off with a goal. Straight play right through the South African players. South Africa, for some other way, they've been defending very well here. Beautiful play by South Africa. And another one play comes from the back. Lovely South Africa, not giving goals away. Come on, South Africa. And
so aggressive.
Is that Rachel coming in again?
Yep.
Rachel coming in.
Amazing.
Lovely Rachel. Well, we should some other way find a counter for Rachel. I don't know what they're going to do, but we need to work out a plan. Probably ask her to play with one fin. That should be fair. Right, it's 5-1 down, second half, 1 minute 44 seconds as the ref get into position, the puck placed in the middle of the pool, and off we go. And South Africa will most probably win this kick-off again. Good swim here by the South African forwards. They don't want to allow GB to intercept and counter-attack. There it happens.
Oh,
Unfortunately for South Africa, good kickoffs. Can't capitalise on the kickoffs of the forwards as the GB players.
it's another drive
just
by
come
Abby Calvert.
beautiful.
Beautiful swim, and a flick and
That's
chase, and amazing work by Abby Calvert.
Yeah, no, beautiful play there by GB. I think if South Africa should change their tactic with the kickoffs, as every kickoff just relates into a advantage for GB, waiting for the puck and then swimming hard onto the South African players. 6-1 with 40 seconds to go. No stoppage of play in the last 2 minutes so far, as it's only goals, and with goals no stoppage of play in the last 2 minutes. Let's see what we can do here with South Africa. Can they minimize the damage and keep it 6-1 or even make it 6-2, as they have scored and they have been close to score? A beautiful play there by South Africa. Small little jinx underneath the body of the GB goal.
South Africa good with the numbers again.
Yeah, very good, but we've got some strong players here. This number 7, who is she?
There's
Edwards.
Chloe Edwards,
Yeah, well done there
vice
to
captain.
the number 7 player. And we've got 6 seconds to go with our number 1 player, Amy Costin. Number 3 waiting, number 4, Lurie van der Walt, number 4, Angela Moss. That's the game. 6-1. A lovely game to commentate. Good hockey, good refereeing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You next? Oh, Jack, from left. Yeah, you next.
Canada. What's Canada? CAN?
Yeah.
Well done, Jimmy. You were lucky that time, right?
Nah, it was skill. Good set plays, good drives.
Let's
Is
use
Spain
next.
ESP?
Yeah.
Big game here at 16:37. And you better all shout for South Africa.
Thank goodness you're not very biased.
Yeah, we just asking me to have mercy.
Big victory, was it? Yeah.
Up.
13, yeah.
16:37.
No, not at all. I mean,
16:37. That's a long time. So I'm going to have lunch. Jack, what was your plans?
3 and a half now in 4 years, the latest. That was good.
Wait, that's wrong.
That they had.
That's can't be. Oh no, wait, yeah. Sorry. I can't.
No, I'm in the water directly after this game, so after you can check in.
Where's Becky? 'Cause I need to.
Becky's over there.
Am I alright to go and watch this under 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are starting to file back in.
As long as the screen's up and the mic's muted.
Yeah.
Can you say to us, Simon, I'll do the under 19 boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in the pool then?
I'm in the pool now.
And then 16:37 again.
Yeah, I'm Italy, Canada men,
Okay.
and then I'm France, Netherlands men.
So I'll see you 17:24. Yeah.
That wasn't happening to happen.
So I'll be the.
I'm not sure, I wasn't commentating
Which
now, I
one?
was commentating the other one.
In the same
Under
goal?
19 women.
They won.
I think that was a closer game, wasn't it?
Yeah, they won. I can't remember what the score was.
Yeah. It was, I think, 4 or 5, 2 to Britain, wasn't it?
Well, you started the stream.
Yeah, I think the stream's going, so you, so it's set up to go. So that's fine.
Yes, man.
Are you commentating this one?
One worse,
Cool.
I think I'm still doing it, boys.
Where'd the keyboard go?
Are we emptying this one?
This one's Canada's playing, isn't it?
Anyone see where the keyboard went?
Lewis race off with it
Yeah,
again.
Lewis.
Probably.
I think he legged it with the keyboard.
Has that been restarted yet? Or?
No, I don't think I've toggled it on. Oh wait, it
It
says
is.
online.
It is on.
Okay, that's alright. Ah! Woo. It's still there.
Is that 8-0 to New Zealand and Argentina? Is that
New Zealand and Argentina 0-8.
Under 24 women.
Yeah.
Netherlands, Colombia under 24 women?
Netherlands and Colombia was 3-6 to Colombia.
Okay.
Can I command the
Yeah.
Spanish match?
Yeah, sure
fine.
thing.
Was this one? Is it just this night?
I've been using that one.
So you see us on?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
What's that?
So the volume's down at the moment on it on the headset.
I was well after the start time, so
Yeah.
awesome. Which is it?
It's no, it's that one there. It's that one up to
That
12
one.
o'clock. Yeah, the red one. Yeah.
So, what is it this one? Because yesterday it was the
Yeah, different. It's just a
Different
head. You just
headset.
put it on and then you speak with
Yeah,
it.
just got your microphone there.
but
Yeah. Volume.
I connect the Spanish.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
that's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Kind of just send them on and just walk away. Sort of in there. There was anyone who's got you do this.
I will put this and you
Well, no, so if it's just you, then you just do it.
okay. I can do it. I can do it. Yesterday I was doing it.
Yeah. Like, kind of just send a guy, and I think that just can work as well.
I'm not sure. They might do.
I think it does.
It probably does.
I think this will give them that, and then you just use yours. But kind of don't send a guy.
So same time.
Yeah, you don't go at the same time.
Wow, yeah.
It's like useless to do. The other assistant do yours.
That's right.
Yeah, no, it's fine, yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes, so.
I've been requested by parents to commentate on this game in a minute.
Interesting. Who else is that out for this match? Ben Morgan's that out, but I can't see the other GB player.
I think one of the boys coming up to the crowd at the time. Might be Alex at the crowd.
Spain are much better on the minute ago.
Oh, that's good.
How many?
I feel like Colombia.
Oh, that's so much difference.
Colombia had 17 in there today.
Yeah, I think it's better marks.
That's all the games. I've just watched the live video.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah. Georgia Lamble can talk for England.
In it.
The boys now.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on now. We're just testing something.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fine.
Did anyone mention to you that maybe we're doing the lens?
Yeah.
Well, GB beat France this morning, didn't it? Under 19s.
Yes, 5-2.
Was it Argentina the under 19 played yesterday? I can't remember.
Girls.
No. Oh no.
Girls will play 19. No, South Africa, Colombia, France and New Zealand.
Welcome back to Sheffield age groups underwater hockey. We've got the 9th match of the day, under 19 men's division, France versus Great Britain. France being black, Great Britain being white. For Great Britain we've got number 2 Declan McNutley, number 3 Toby Curl, number 4 Kai Parkin, number 5 William Tarling, number 6 Thomas Nuttall, number 7 Jackson Spry, number 8 Ben Morgan, who sat out, number 9 Isaac Rowe Dawson, number 10 Matthew Dawson, number 11 Alexander Stuckey Howard, who I believe is also sat out, number 12 Caleb Pullen, and number 13 Jake Charnock. And then for France we've got number 1 Marin Vidal, number 2 Robin Delphine, I'm going to butcher these, number 3 Marceau Gardy, number 4 oh jeez, yeah, damn, I'm just going to say that the names are on the screen if you want to read them. Just got over a minute before we start this match. We've had some good GB games today, a few wins, a draw for the under 24s against France this morning, and a win against France in the under 19 women's division. So it'll be interesting to see the outcome of this game and how the men's teams play differently to the women's teams. Just over 30 seconds before we start. Can hear the GB supporters from the stand. We've got a lot of GB supporters here today, which is good for morale. Here we go, off the strike. France strong on the strike. Sorry. And there's a call by the refs barging against the French. GB getting an advantage puck. Here we go, GB looking to flick it forward into the French attack, but with the numbers, and French take that and use it, moving it to the corner, but GB putting a drive on, getting a drive to that left hand corner of the French goal. Seems to be stuck a little bit, and then France bringing it out into the corner, but GB again with the counter attack, but France bringing it out, and there's a call by the refs, and it's against France again for barging. GB getting an advantage puck on the French goal line. It looks interesting. We might see a goal, and it will be pretty quick into the first half. GB flicking it to the forwards, but France looking to clear it into the but GB trying to bring that puck into the centre, and there's another call. Encroachment by the French. French down in numbers, GB down in numbers on the goal. French bringing it out yet again onto the wall. French player tapping, looking to get a drive away from the goal, but GB managing to get into the centre, but there's a call from the refs, and it's against GB this time. France taking it away from the wall to the far side wall, finding some space. Away ID, probably, if they get a drive up, it would prevent them getting a drive underneath the GB sub bin. We've got another call from the refs, and it's stick infringement against GB.
France into the drive, and on the right hand side of the pool, Great Britain force it out to the wall and go underneath Bernie Tarling in the Great Britain coaches area. Play suspended on the halfway line, and now France trying to come down the wall. Possession going from side to side after the big flick goes out of bounds, and this should be an advantage to Great Britain, and it is. Play is going to be pushed back 3 metres for committing a foul. GB put down their screen of players. Play goes to the left and flicked forward by the captain, Declan McNulty. Kai Parkin waits on over the top, and then Kai Parkin comes down. And now Kai swims it out to the left, seeing the French defender coming down to stop him. He lays it off to his supporting teammate. Crowded out at the moment by the French are the GB team. The layoff. Isaac Rhodes-Dawson with the nice 45 flick into the central channel. Play being taken out underneath the French subs area. Expect them to sub as they're so close to their fresher players waiting to get in. A nice big flick, a nice little bit of control, taking it from underneath the body, but a good stop by the French defensive line. Play being flicked out off the wall by the French, and then immediately in French style being taken back onto the wall before being flicked off again. Chance for France to come away with it. But Isaac Rhodes-Dawson comes down once again, lays the puck off to Kai Parkin, who tries to move the puck around the back line, but now plays going to go underneath the Great Britain subs end. End-to-end stuff here, Lorna. End-to-end stuff.
End-to-end stuff.
Yeah, the play's moving from one end of the pool to the other.
Yeah. France are liking to switch it along quite a lot.
Yeah, they like to try and get you to think that's where they want to be. This is where we are in the wall, and then say, okay, well, we're going to move it around. Good drive down the wall there by Kai Parkin, pushing up from the back. Great Britain playing in a 1-3-2 formation. The solo frontman, 3 players across the middle and a back 2, interchanging the formation favoured by Bernie Tarling throughout all his squads. Play moving out to the near side wall underneath the camera now.
Ooh.
Probably need to learn some more of the under-19s names, in fairness to myself.
So Isaac with that drive, trying to flick it into the centre channel.
That's Jake Sharnock there. Nice drive towards the corner of the goal. Might be a stick infringement there as it goes down the back wall, and looks like it's being stopped by the referee who's on the far side of the goal, and he says advantage. And yes, he's indicating to that player that went in and got the puck off the back wall that he tried to go underneath the playing arm and caused a stick infringement. Anybody watching at home who doesn't know any of the terms we come across, like illegally advancing the puck, gloving, or stick infringements, we have videos available on the YouTube channel where you're watching this stream, and they're just in a little playlist called the Rulebook. So anything that you don't understand, you can go research it, and then you'll become an underwater hockey expert overnight. GB come off the wall on the 45. Turn, looking for the support. The lone frontman was the only one down at the time. A nice wide flick. Nice turn to the inside by the player that won it, but the French defender there has done quite well in gaining possession for his team. On the puck now, Jackson Spry. Jackson now coming up. Caleb Pullen moving down the near side wall as we get another stoppage. I think this is going to be barge against the French. Puck placed, and Bernie Tarling decides that halfway through the first half he's going to use his first team timeout. What do you think of the game so far, Lorna?
It's quite evenly matched. It's a lot of moving about the pool. It's not anything like how the girls in GB play, where it's consolidating your game to a specific area, i.e. the wall, and driving up it. It's more switching it about and using the space to gain advantage.
Yeah, I don't think Bernie will be wanting his boys to try and keep it on the wall. We've seen a lot of nice swim and turns and great support by the midline. And the other good thing that's been able to happen is because you've got two backmen, they've moved it around between them, and then one of them's gone off on a big long swim.
Yeah.
And you know that if you're one of those back two players that's moved all the way down the pool, then you know that other guy knows that he's got nowhere else to go. He's covering. So if you end up way out of your position, you know there's still a guy there back, and your wings should be doing a job to help you in defence. Quick take by Toby Curl, flicks it into the melee. Trying to come out the other side is Isaac Rhodes Dawson in the centre. Play coming out to the right. Great Britain doing a great job containing the puck within the area between the central channel and the wall down their right hand side. Toby Curl still down there. The turn by the French player trying to raise his foot to kick off. Play being continued on the wall. The GB player trying to come out between two French players, and not everyone leaves it there. Isaac Rhodes Dawson doing a Phil Thompson-like move, using his head to block the player from coming out, and we'll see what that's called as. Yeah, sure enough, he gets called for obstruction, blocking the player from coming down the wall channel with his head. And now France are going to take a timeout. There we go. Yeah, you can tell it's a Phil Thompson move, because just like Phil Thompson, Isaac Rhodes Dawson makes a trip to the sin bin, sponsored by Manchester Underwater Hockey. An enforced break, as Mr. Lee Beard likes to call it.
It's a nice breather.
What was that? I was talking to Hein, the South African manager, and we were reflecting on that that particular area is a good place to gather your thoughts and think about what you've done and how you can come back in and be a better player.
I think I said something along those lines in the Netherlands match earlier today, where the Netherlands player got sent out for 2 minutes. I just said, yeah, we can go sit in the sin bin and think about what he's done with his little Mars fins.
There was sometimes you'd get sent out for a dangerous flick when you can get a nice bit of height on it, and you just think it's going through and it hits somebody square on the side of the head. I always like to think, oh yeah, I'm going out and I'm going to sit and think for 2 minutes about just how good that flick was to hit you so high up, because I can't flick the puck very well at all. And it's just like, I actually got one off the floor and it's hit them in the face, and that's not allowed. Oh no, yeah, I suppose not. But it was a good flick. Come on, I'd admit it was a good flick, is what I like to say. But then the chief referee doesn't really know anything about it because they can't see underwater. So the referee is just having a timeout, as you can see on the picture. The free water referee is just discussing possibly why Isaac was sent out and something that they've noticed, extending this team timeout. But the coaches had to leave the pool by the time their 1 minute timeout was over. 45 swim on the advantage puck in their defensive area by the French into the melee. Containing the central channel for now. Who's going to emerge with the puck? Looks like Great Britain by the body shapes. Still Great Britain on the puck, on the wall. Play forced into the centre. France attacking through that central channel now. Play now under the GB subs bench. Moving now. Continuing down into the GB corner. Still no goals in this match, but 20 seconds till Isaac Rhodes Dawson re-enters the game. just over 5 minutes will be left. Well, just over 5.5 minutes will be left on the clock when he enters the play.
The ref timeout, is it?
Yep, referee's going to take a timeout. Good spot. So, not a discussion this time, but the referee just wanting to correctly identify a player that he's going to send out for a different foul. And GB have the advantage on their 5 metre line. The 5 metre line being at the same level as the end of the subs area, signalled by those yellow woggles going down in the water. You can't have an advantage puck any closer than 5 metres towards any goal, and no closer than 2 metres towards any length side. So the barriers that you see along the side of the pool, the puck can't be too close to them. There is discussion that at the next rules meeting that we might discuss the possibility of putting the puck 3 metres away from those side walls to encourage play in the central channel. But we'll see what happens with that, as Great Britain have another nice attacking drive. This all coming off that advantage puck. A good run of play by GB as they try to turn out of the challenge. For this game, Ben Morgan is out on the side.
I believe Alexander Stucky Howard is also out.
Ah yes, Alex will have to be somewhere in the stands as with Graham, the third of the coaching members at the under-19 men's team.
An aggressive play from the captain Declan there.
But effective, it's been
definitely
allowed to continue. Oh, maybe this is a late stoppage. We will see.
It's against GB.
Yeah, stick infringement called. So they'll be backed at 3 metres and the puck moved to the spot of the foul by the referee on the bottom. But yeah, so Graham and Mick are assisting Bernie with his coaching duties in this under-19s team, and you can have 4 delegates around the pool, no more than 2 in the water, which today are Bernie and Mick, and no more than 2 on the side, which in this particular match is Graham and Ben. So Alex will be up in the stands somewhere looking and possibly making a foul count, saying this is when these are the amount of fouls we gave away, because when you get towards the finals time, these fouls accumulate and become very costly. Play moving out right now. Isaac Rhodes-Dawson trying to beat the number 6 for France, Francois Leneves. And a stoppage. Still 3 minutes to go till half time. Both teams have used their timeout as we have an illegal knockdown. The player likely knocking it down with any surface other than their bat. Played out right. France have possession. GB trying to get in between the lines to move further down.
Good drive up by number 7 Jackson Spry.
Yeah, if GB have it right where they want on the back wall, and they're going to try and use the big bodies there, and a big hit there by Declan McNulty trying to go down the inside quite far up, as I said before, the back going into an attacking motion, and the hit that he had on the puck, which was effective, was done with his glove. So that's going to be brought back. Hard to sometimes gauge different types of these fouls where you've got referees who are looking to see, like, you know, how much effort could he have made, as this French player just draws the GB player Jackson Spry offside, and as this French player looks like he's going through, he's met by the watching GB back, as there you see the second of the 2 backs, Declan McNulty, coming down. Now moving through the centre. Is this Will Tarling? No, it's not.
It's Thomas Nuttall.
Thomas Nuttall. Just looking at the cap numbers rather than the equipment, which I've not yet got used to for these under-19 men.
Dawson just being beaten by some French players on the wall, and it comes into the centre. French trying to drive through the centre, and there's a call by the refs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's Dawson's strongest area. He's a very good player in the open water. The speed that he has and the long limbs to move the puck around. He's
Those limbs.
yeah, yeah, long
They're
limbs.
extendable. When I play against them, it's just like extra length.
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah.
And it's just the reach for a lot of the people within the division are. It's you can just put it out and they've got to move their body, and by that time when you move the puck you can gain a significant advantage from it, and his puck handling skills have come on phenomenally since he started his GB training, because he had all the speed but he just didn't really know what to do with the rest of the puck other than get hit sometimes. And like now on the wall he is an effective wall player, don't get me wrong, it's just not the strongest element of his game because the play's not moving so much, and he puts in the right amount of aggression. He's just not as effective as here's the puck in the open play, now you swim from the metal of your own goal all the way into the other one, and Dawson will do that for you most of the time.
It's a good drive from GB with the numbers down with 5 seconds left of this first half. France probably looking to keep it out, and it's
and they'll come close but just not enough time as the buzzer goes, and we have a half-time score of France 0, Great Britain 0. Two very evenly matched sides, Lorna.
Yeah, definitely. They seem to have similar plays as well.
Both these coaches very experienced. Bernie solely coaching now, but he does play in the Yorkshire Veterans. The Yorkshire Veterans, the Veterans competition coming up in October. Second edition of that particular tournament, which was brand new, and all the members of the Veterans tournament that played, part of their entry fee was to help fundraise for this tournament, so thank you for everyone that did volunteer, not volunteer, but they made a team and played in that tournament. It was a good day. They said it was received well. Nice to be able to play against people. What was the term that some of them used? Nice to play hockey against some people that won't just be able to swim around you. Yeah, so what do you think is going to be the difference maker? That's if we even have one. Both these teams have come close. No team really making a difference, just the one player sent out, Isaac Rhodes Dawson.
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, from what it seems, the formations of the French tend to be, they are good at getting down, they're good at getting at least 4 players around the puck. And they're good at moving it around, as we've seen, and then Bernie's formation of, is it 1-3-2? And that's enabling them to have 4 on the puck as well. So it's good opposition from both teams. I'm not sure. It's going to be tight.
So we've got 60 seconds till we get underway again. Paul Barrow, the French coach, just making his way back to the coaches area, shown by the green box in the centre of the pool. Paul Barrow, a gold medal winner at the latest World Championships with the French Masters men team. 30 seconds now, signalled by the chief referee. So again, if you're new to the sport, as we've got quite a lot of new players in this under-19s team, especially ones that don't have any international experience. Most of that under-19s team from Hobart has moved up into the under-24s division. I think, is it just Toby Curl and Caleb Pullen? Just Caleb. Oh, so one player being retained, unlike the under-19 women's team, where I think Lorna was saying 75% of the girls that went to Hobart are still in that team, and some very positive performances from them today after a tough start against New Zealand.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you remember? So it was you who was the captain, Becky Northover, and who was the third girl that's not in, that went to Hobart but isn't playing?
Nia's moved up to the under-23s, and then Emily's also moved up, and then Kara's stopped playing, Kara Gaskell.
Oh, so it's not 75%.
Where is that? 5 players?
It's 7 players out of 12.
Yeah, and that's not 75%.
It's 3/4 almost.
3/4 would be 9.
I did do well in maths. I promise.
I don't trust you. So I get one statistic from Lorna. She's so super confident about it, and now I've just figured it out to be absolute rubbish.
Well, I tried.
So if you want to come for basic maths lessons, we have Live and Kicking tonight at 7:30 p.m. with bearded host Matthew Oliver. As GB have a great drive to push down. Episode 1 is online on the Navision channel. Just search 01 Live and Kicking and you should be able to find it. Play still in the back corner. GB on the attack. And the stoppage is going to go against Great Britain. France will have the advantage.
Oh my. What's that?
Creo que debe ser el 17, David Ferrero, si no me equivoco. Muy bien, David. Nos preparamos, posición. Arnau. Los delanteros están saliendo muy bien a las patas, pero tiene que ser relajas y muchos han cogido cariño a la parte izquierda.
Kai Parkin now on the puck, flicking forward down the left hand side. There's Jackson Spry, just can't find the puck under his feet. And here's Matthew Dawson with some space to swim. Oh, pulled back by a referee call. And it is going to go against Great Britain. You never like to see those calls when you get called back and it's an advantage puck to you because the referees thought advantage was over. But we've had some very good calls made throughout this tournament so far, and the advantage rule being played to good effect, in my opinion. France with a dangerous looking advantage puck. It's still in the central channel, and GB need to get this wide. Bodies go up now for GB. Staying down is Will Tarling on the left, number 5. Will Tarling just trying to hold the puck so that his team can gather a breath. Not necessarily a reset, but just a chance for people to have a breath as Matthew Dawson goes down and now pops back up. It's a nice rotation between that mid-line. As Toby Curl tried to come out, but France have picked up a loose flick here, and this looks like it's gone in. Has the ref seen anything to not allow a goal? Yes, they have. It looked like it was a use of the glove, a dangerous act going in with for a right-handed player to go down the wall where their right hand would be up against the wall. It's very tough to get that puck off your glove, and you've got to understand as a player that if you go on there, that's likely to happen, and the referees putting themselves in good positions to be able to see that. And if you're not making any attempt to try and play the puck with your stick, it's going to get called up as an illegal advancement, and those goals just don't stand. Excellent refereeing by the near side official as Toby Curl tries to move down through the pool.
It's a good pick up from the French there.
Yeah, it was a nice little move, and GB have done well to just read that. And the problem that France had there was they were attacking in ones, and GB always had 2 fenders down to sort of neutralise whatever play they were going to do. France getting the fresh bodies in so they can take an advantage puck.
Referees calling barging against the French.
play on the far side wall. France turn to pick up the puck. They've got an option if they go wide right. The GB defender was going down to try and stop that. Yeah, the French player just initially stopped it. Wow, a good burst of speed that is by the GB backline player coming through. Good drive by GB, but France have stopped it and taken it out to the wall under their subs area. Break on the 45, needs to get the legs going, a big flick, and it looks like it's dropped into the goal. I was wondering if he was going to catch that right, but it doesn't look like he did. The puck dropped into the goal anyway, so it doesn't matter. I thought he might have caught that on his glove. It would have been a brilliant save if he didn't. And we talked about yesterday in the Live and Kicking show the ability that players that can have a big flick, they can actually just take a couple of kicks off the wall and they can actually reach the goal, because in international standards this is a relatively narrow court. And after that big positive boost scoring almost halfway through the first half, and in similar style to the first, Bernie Tarling takes his time out. Just tells his subs area to stay there before going over to speak to his team and compose them. He doesn't want anything silly to happen right now. You've just taken the lead and you're most vulnerable once you've scored a goal, unless you get your head spun. So what do you expect to see now that GB have taken the lead, Lorna? What do you think the styles of play are going to be for both teams?
I reckon the French will be more aggressive, because obviously they want to concede another goal. And I'm not sure, but potentially GB playing it safer with less risk, but they might not. They might just want to keep looking for those opportunities to get another goal.
Yeah, I think France have to, if they want to get something out of this game, it is a double round robin. So they need to really come out and attack the GB team in the remaining 7.5 minutes. But there's not so little time that you have to change your tactics straight away. I'm sure Paul Barrow will have spoken to his team about that in this in this break, as we have another good swim, and GB have done the best possible thing, and they've got a second goal in this match to take the score. France 0, Great Britain 2.
Looks like Kai Parkin.
Number 4, good spot. We'll see what the referees say. No, it's number 13, Jake Charnock. That's just like me mistaking Tom Nuttall for Will Tarling. That's another very obvious mistake in people.
I was just confused because I saw Declan. Oh no, it was Isaac over Kai Parkin, just been congratulating him. So maybe he did some really good enabling for that drive.
Yeah, Kyle had done some good wall play, and Jake having it was a good little swim by Jake. The puck spat out onto the left-hand side of that little melee that was going, and just put on the speed. And he only wears small fins, does Jake, the Naiads, but they are, if you've got a fast kicking rate, they are incredibly effective. For some players that use the dolphin leg kick, a slower, more powerful kick, the bigger fins are better. If you want to know what Naiads look like, they're there, sat on the camera. Yeah, they're a rubber fin, small in shape, open heel.
Kiwi favourite apparently.
Yeah, the Kiwis like them because they do a lot of fast finning. Off we go again. So Paul Barrow taking his time out just moments after, and I think he's a bit disappointed that his team has gone a bit too hard too soon, and they got turned through very quickly. A lot of people subbed all at once, and then Jake Charnock made the most of that advantage, and great play by the GB team to do that as another spectacular individual effort by the GB players in the middle of the pool. France are giving them pretty much everything they've got now, because they really do have to attack. If you're 2 goals down with 6 minutes to go, you really need to start attacking a little bit more before the game gets too out of hand.
So warning to Declan for barging. An advantage puck for France. France quick to get down on the bottom. The game plan seems to be numbers on the bottom, and it shows. A
Good flick
great
forward,
drive,
and what a chase.
Amazing drive.
Still going, another good flick and chase. Still going, and is the inside support there? Oh, the French player just takes it off him in the nick of time. What a nice little swim. Was that Toby Curl again down the left-hand side, Lorna?
I wasn't sure. I couldn't quite see because it was going too fast.
I think it was, and he's done a big effort, and he goes a long way back to the subs area, and the flick forward, out to the right, flick into the middle, and another well-worked goal. Great Britain have truly found a breakthrough in a humiliating France in this match. France 0, Great Britain 3 with 5 minutes still to go. Isaac Rhodes-Dawson, the Manchester player, with the goal there. And at this point now, I think Great Britain have sort of put the match to bed and are in full control. What do you think, Lorna?
Definitely, I agree. I mean, earlier when I was saying they might want to play it safe, but apparently not. They're taking all the risks. They're putting the pressure on and making the French feel nervous.
Well, I think France have been their own undoing. They came out so hard after that first goal. They came right down the GB end in a GB counter-attack to put them 2 goals up. It's one of the worst forms of goal to concede if you're a coach, that you've been so far down the pool and then one sloppy mistake because somebody couldn't get back in time or somebody just couldn't hold it for long enough. Because you do need to go out and attack, but with what was there about 8 minutes still to go in the second half, you don't need to go out that hard. You can stick to your own game plan to try and find a breakthrough. It's when you get down to about now, if you're 1 goal down with 4 minutes to go, then you have to give everything, because otherwise it's just going to be left too late. And GB advancing well down the pool. Underneath their subs areas, you see the fresh players going in. The rules on the subbing again on those rulebook videos featuring on Navision playlist. Go find those, and it'll show you just how players must enter and exit the box. That stand is only optional. They can stay on there if they don't want to swim, but they must keep their head above the surface until the player substituting with them raises their snorkel out of the water, and it must be visible to the chief referee on the side. If you drift down a little bit too low or your snorkel's on the back of the head, then they'll expect to see you behind those lane ropes. Advantage now, Great Britain in full control. 3 minutes to go. The flick wide right. Nice 45 swim. Player outside to the left. The play comes that way. Players knowing that they can release it left or right if they lose possession. Here goes Toby Curl again. Good little turn, and his inside flick doesn't come off. Intercepted by France. Inside flick being the term used to lift the puck up, flick the puck with your stick on the inside handle where your thumb would hold the stick, as opposed to flicking off the front edge as we see hopefully now. Nope, Toby Curl tries some tricks, puts the puck on the wall, and then waits for Isaac Rhodes-Dawson to come in and rotate with him. The rotation being the players on the surface coming down and swapping at the right time with the players on the bottom. And I think GB will they'll know they have the game won, but they also need to remember that it is a game situation. France will be wanting to score, because you always want to have a goal, because the first statistic is goals against, and GB need to keep them down. And let's see what the stoppage is here. It looks a stick infringement. Is it going to be against GB? Ooh.
It's a send out.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. I was wondering if that referee at the back there, a difficult position to referee the game, but I was wondering if they were going to say, oh no, it's against France.
Yeah, no, because we were holding it in the corner and he went underneath the GB player to attack the puck.
See, I saw something a little bit different as that player. I think I saw the player as they came out, they then got a stick foul by the GB defender, which stopped them from scoring a goal. But this obviously being the first foul, so obviously if there was 2 fouls to happen, the chief referee would go to the one signalling first. And you can just see here that Lisa Westerby, the chief referee in this game, just pointing at the referee who's saying, I'm acknowledging your call, and that allows all the referees to know which one to follow, and then as well the clarity for the players, which is always a a more important thing, because you know they've only got 30 minutes to do their best hockey, and they don't want to waste it not knowing which way they have to line up. They want to get set in position. And who wouldn't when Bernie Tarling is going to shout at you if you're not set at the line right and somebody swims through you to score a goal. France making a good drive. The underbody lateral into the middle. Declan McNulty wisely not taking it into the corner first time. Tom Nuttall, play behind him. Moves the fuck out from under his body. Clear hold there by the French player. Tom just needs to be smart and not retaliate to anything there.
GB advantage puck.
Yeah, so we're in the last 2 minutes and the clock's going to stop. And are France going to keep 5 in the water, or are they going down to 4? They keep 5 in the water. So you'll notice when the clock stops, also the penalty clock stop. GB making their way down the near side wall. Isaac Rhodes-Dawson now to play. Dropped behind him. These players have become, as part of their training, they've also done like skill moves where they just get into the pool for an hour and they practice nothing but skills. Picking up the puck at different parts of the body. Swimming directly at a player. Getting the puck hit. Changing your body position. Picking it up underneath. And trying to move the puck without looking at where the puck is. Definitely a skill that separates good underwater hockey players to great underwater hockey players. As Declan McNulty, the captain, moves down to the left. The big flick. Dropped. Declan followed it up. Plays moved out to the left. Here's Declan again. Good flick forward. Trying to move down the left hand side. 30 seconds left in the half. Advantage France. France shouldn't score from this position. I think that we're going to finish up here 3-0 as we tick into the last 20 seconds. What are your thoughts on the game, Laura? Lorna, I'm so tired.
Good demonstration of hockey. Some evenly matched game in the first half, but GB just managing to win out on the French in the second half, and yeah, it's good hockey.
And
that's half time.
It is great for these players to have these results we've had. We had a tough one a couple of games ago where the under-24 women's team from Great Britain lost 4-2 against South Africa. Then the under-19 girls team, they played South Africa and they were, was it a 4-1 victory or 5-1 in the end?
5-1.
5-1 victory.
Yeah.
And now another good performance by GB. Hard for some of the players in other teams because obviously they've got to put their own styles first in terms of, you know, they've got to eat the right food, they've got to eat at the right times, they've got to manage their own game schedules for the team talks, the chats that Georgie Lamble and Joe Pitchforth will have with them. Some teams, you know, just as they're leaving pool, they'll stay on to watch a little bit, but it is hard, and normally that's the only support you get when you're at these sort of competitions, that somebody turns up and it's like, oh yeah, we'll come and we'll see you, and we'll do this. But then now clearly obviously a home crowd, and normally you see like a black wall for New Zealand or you see a orange wall for the Netherlands, but GB wearing supporters t-shirts in red, available at the shop if you're coming. Vicky Maynard selling those underneath the Matrix screen system, so if you're coming down, do try buy some shop merchandise. Goes to funding the tournament, which spending nearly 2 weeks in Sheffield's Ponds Forge is not at all cheap, but hopefully you can see the standards that we've got, the fantastic water clarity which allows us to have you know, such good footage. We've got cameras that move up and down the pool. They are a little bit slow for the moment, but we also have plans to try and bring you the best coverage for the finals when we get to that stage. So until the next time we see you, if you're just coming in to listen to GB, thank you very much. I've been Lewis Salim. I've been accompanied by Lorna. You going to say goodbye, Lorna?
Goodbye.
When you finish, turn the volume off there, and then again just return it to 12. Can you do the gaming stuff?